Alright, so I've been hearing a lot about this Nashville trans shooter. Obviously, because the media is pumping it up all over the place because guns are evil. So here we are in the Gateway Pundit. Revealed group behind Trans Day of Vengeance raised money for firearms training. Vile trans activists pose with massive firearms threatening Christians ahead of rally at Supreme Court. Trans Day of Vengeance rally will take place this weekend at the Supreme Court despite the killing on Monday at a Christian school in Nashville by a transgendered terrorist who murdered 3 adults and 3 children. So I guess this is a poster. We need more than visibility. Trans Day of Vengeance. Stop trans genocide. So what's the leading cause for death among the trans community? Well, I've heard 2 rumors, and these are just rumors. One, it's Minecrafting themselves. 2, the black community, from what I've heard, they don't really like trans people, especially black men. Alright, back to the article. Now we learn the Virginia chapter of the Trans Radical Activist Network, TRAN, the organization organizing the rally, raised money to train trans activists. They held a dance party fundraiser in Richmond for self-defense training on March 7th. Self-defense? Okay. I would disagree with all this stuff that's happened in Nashville, but alright. Before the school shooting happened. So now I'm going to read off this hatred from this one trans person. Killed a Christ cucks, behead Christ cucks, roundhouse kick a Christ cuck into the concrete, slam dunk a Christ cuck baby into the trash can, crucify filthy Christ cucks, defecate in a Christ cuck's food. So that's a lot of hatred. But I have to wonder, do they hate the Christians or do they hate themselves? Because they're so confused mentally. Apparently this mass shooter, he had a mental illness. No surprise there. So I guess this is a picture of said person who was tweeting all the Christ cuck stuff. Yeah, okay. So from now on, I'm going to be wary of people who have dyed hair. I'm going to be suspicious of that. Because, self-defense, yo. So here's another trans activist loony declaring the school shooter a martyr. Threatens faithful Christians. Yep. They're not right in the head. They're constantly told that they're a victim. And because of their mentality, they actually believe they're a victim. But instead, they're actually a protected class. Their name was etc. They're a martyr against transphobia from hateful Christian bigots. Well, a phobia is an irrational fear of something. So do I have an irrational fear of trans people? No. They're not mentally stable, so my fear is actually justified, so it's not a phobia. Pray for mercy, because we won't show any famous last words much. Anyway, it's almost like they are preparing for war. Be a short one. Despite rising political tensions across the country, which saw a press secretary for Arizona, Democrat governor, post a tweet about shooting transphobes. Well, gee, lovely. That's not incitement to violence. The Trans Radical Activist Network, TRAN, is pushing forward with their protest in D.C. I'm kind of curious to see what the D.C. police will do. Will they let them into the White House? Or will they stop them? Or what? Curious. The Virginian chapter of the group held a dance, blah blah blah. Come boogie with us and defends trans lives. No, you're not endangered. But one activist appears to have taken the movement to the next level, posting a picture of a heavily armed person with an assault rifle and threatening to kill. Yeah. Twitter removed thousands of posts with flyers for the event. Why? They should have kept them up. Let everybody see what they're like. So people say Twitter's changed, but they're still removing posts that could be deemed threatening by involving guns associated with Trans Day of Vengeance hashtag. So they're still protecting the left-wing trans movement. In summary, as you can guess, there's a whole new rally to ban guns. Rather than banning an inanimate object, here's a thought. What if you ban mentally ill people from owning firearms instead? Just my opinion. Anyway, that's it for my little ramble. Take care.